That they let you know.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here we go. 180.
50,
65, 65. 21. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Line.
54, Mike.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Yellow.
Get in the weight room.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal.
Yellow. On the line.
Watch the screen.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, a run with Breida. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You got time right there.
They run for it with Breida. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They come out here in the I. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 44, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, 44 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56, right there, 56. Yellow. Right, 56. 56. I'm coming after you. 56, the mic, boys. 56.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short, and they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 26. Check 26. Check safety. Check safety. Hey,
Hero 15.
watch 24. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, taller.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. There's a line. 15.
Get that quarterback. And all come. Check. Motion out of the backfield. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On first down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Let's go.
Yellow.
54. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They start the second half here with Williams. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
One, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 89 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Right there.
Again, it's Williams. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Yellow. Come back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. Switch it.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come get some.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points.
Here we go.
I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
21.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let... And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Darren Lee picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 30.